Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome. It's time to die. Well, actually, it's time for a quick recap. Alright, so we have our character. He can jump, he can walk around, he can do lovely things like, I don't know, pull a pistol out. And while he has his pistol out, turn on and off the flashlight with the F key, and can shoot. We have a particle effect for the shooting. We have shell casings dropping on the ground. We have reload animation with the magazine dropping to the ground. And we've fixed a few little bugs here and there, like the faulty collision on the metal detector. Opened up a few doors so we could actually run around, check things out, that kind of stuff. But we don't have death. We have, on the lobby map, we have a test pain pad. We have the ability to cause damage to ourselves. We have health kit that we can pick up that will just go away forever. And we have another one that we can, the same one, but by changing the settings on it, we're able to pick it up, heal ourselves, it disappears, and after a few seconds, I think I have it set at 10, it will respawn, and it works. And it does not work whenever it's not there. So it is completely disabled, and then after its timer is up, it will just pop right back up again. But what happens when you are dead, fool? Well, we just get a little text notification. So let's fix that. Let's actually die. Alright. Couple different things to look at, and in a future video we're going to clean up these blueprints. But on our damage, it gets our damage. It checks to see if our health is equal to or less than 0, and it clamps it down to where it does not go below 0. And runs a death script. Okay, so death itself. We're going to have to replicate this for this to work correctly in order for it to do something besides just say you're a dead fool. So, first thing is we need to figure out how we're going to handle our death setup here. And we can do it first off without replication and just try running an animation and a few other things. Or we can actually set it up in the animation blueprint. So we'll see how it looks first off. Let's actually run 2 players so we can see. And I'm just going to bring the server off to a different screen for my sake. So we can see that when the host draws his pistol, fires, reloads, everything does replicate, except for the flashlight. And we're not done with the flashlight just yet. And just so we know, I'm going to bring the server over here. So now the client, if the client draws a pistol up, everything's replicating and working just fine. So we need to make sure that the death is going to do the same thing. So we'll scale it back to 1, go back into our player. Now if we just run this event the way it is, it's not going to work. So let's actually drag this out of the way. We're going to reuse it, or we're going to use it, we just don't need it yet. So we're going to do a custom event and client death. This is what's going to happen. We're going to run multicast and reliable, because this has to be reliable. So we always notice that the other player is dead. Alright, so when we are dead, we want to, first off, get a reference to our character movement. And with that, we need to set movement mode. And you don't have to do anything. It's already set up. It's set to none. So we're stopped. We can't move. Okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and bring this down here and switch has authority. The reason why I'm going to go ahead and do this now is so we can test things as we go. Client, death, and this needs to be run on server, and again, reliable. So we're just going to continue on with what we're doing here, but first off, we're going to stop our movement, and then if we just play an animation, we'll come over here, get a reference to our mesh, and play animation, and let's play death 1. We don't want it to be looping. So go in here and bam, we just did the animation. That's fine. Want to add a little bit more to this, but for now, that's going to get us dead. So let's actually see what happens if we run... Excuse me, I am trying to do something. Thank you. Alright, so this is the client that I'm actually controlling right now. You're looking at the view on the screen is actually the server. So the client's going to come over here, get damaged, bam, and see, he's dead. And so that was the client. So now if we are the server, it sucks to be you. Both of them are doing it, and that's fine. So we'll bring it back to 1. Then let's go back into our player. Now, after we have died, we do our death animation, and how do we get back alive again? Well, first off, we need to... That's our pistol and our begin play. And I actually have a section called startup stuff that is actually just run off of the event begin play here. So I can just add more features to this. And what I'm going to do is create a new variable, and we're going to go ahead and call this our spawn point. And I'm going to set that to be a vector. Compile and save, whether it needs to be or not. I'm going to go ahead and set it replicated. On event begin play, I want to go ahead and go ahead and get a reference to our mesh, get world location. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to require a little bit of a tweak, but let's go ahead and set our spawn point to this. Will be vector plus vector, and we're going to add 100. It's actually, I think, 90. Look, 97. So getting that number from here, this is our actual transform. You should always be 0. Thank you. So we're setting our spawn point as soon as we start the game, and as a failsafe, that is our failsafe spawn point. Alright, so client death. We fall down, and we stop moving, and we fall down. We are dead. And let's go ahead and put in a delay. And how long do we want to be dead? Let's run 3 seconds. Then let's go ahead and set actor location. And the location that we want is our spawn point. We'll do a teleport, and then we'll test that, even though I know it's going to work. Alright, let's actually just do it with 1. No point in doing 2 players right now. Boom, we're dead. We can move our mouse, but we can't move our character. We've teleported back. Let's do it one more time. And we're dead. Move our mouse and look around, but we can't move our character. We teleported. That's good. Gonna make it 5 seconds just because. After we teleport, we're gonna go ahead and actually before we teleport, no, we're fine. After we teleport, let's go ahead and get a reference to our mesh. And what we'll do here is set animation instance class, because we needed to have class. And we are on Polygon animation blueprint, and then at that point we need to go ahead and get a reference to our character movement and set movement mode to walking. This should allow us to continue moving again. So we're running around, everything's great. Oh no, we're dead. And we teleport, we're alive again, but our health is still 0, so we need to fix that. So we get a reference to our... Actually, we need set health. And we're going to set our health back to 100. So now, after we die, we fall down. We are dead. We can look at ourselves, but we can't move. We teleport, and we're back to full health, and we're able to go back and do our thing again. If we want to, we can die again. Teleport. Okay. That or that. So let's quickly look in 2-player mode. Alright, I am controlling the client. This is the server here. And I'm just going to position the server so we can see what the client does. Alright, client's running around. Oh crap, he's dead. Client has died. Teleports, and he's alive again. So let's put the server over here, and let us going to position the client so the client can see what's going on when the server goes over here and does his thingamajiggy. He are dead, he are respawn, and he's back to full health. That's just one of a couple different ways we could actually process this. We could run animation blueprint, method of doing it. If we had specific, get back up from dead animation or whatever, it doesn't really matter because we need to be able to, we're going to flash anyway. We're not going to be seeing ourselves slide across the ground or anything else. We're just going to die. We're going to do our thing, and that's all we really need. You can get more complicated if you want, add death sounds to it, blood splatter, you could do whatever you want. When you're at that point here, when you begin your death script, you could spawn or add a sprite to the location of actually a blood pool, and then set a lifespan to the blood pool or whatever. You can do all kind of different stuff with that point. But that's going to do it. We have the ability to die now just by doing our test pad. We die, fall over, do an animation, and we teleport, and then we're back to moving again. So we're good to go. Alright, guys and gals, that's going to do it. I want to keep these short, so there you go. That's how you die. I promise we're going to get into shooting really, really soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.